All right, guys, let's kick off the fantasy flyby, starting with the Cover 2 League. Okay, things are kind of heating up in the Cover 2 League a bit, clawing his way back into first place. I told you guys you got to watch out for him in fantasy football and in real life. Mac Diddy made his way back into first place, the number one spot with the best record in the league at 6-2. He got the dub this week over Choose Dumpster Fire, thanks to Baker Mayfield, who has been an absolute ringer in fantasy this season. He's got, since week 4, 30 plus fantasy points every single week.
That garbage time this last week was a doozy for them.
On fire. So falling into second place, which is unfamiliar territory for him. He's occupied first for so long. It's team Show Me Where It Hurts. It was team Saul T. Nuts that hurt him in a major way this week, taking him down a peg, bringing his record to 5-3, creeping into third place. The $2.5 million man, he's quietly ascended in the rankings after getting off to a very rough start early in the season. He got the dub in a nail biter with Team GOAT. Got the win by less than 2 points, but hey, a win is a win. His team was led by the resurgence of one Travis Kelce, put up a bunch of fantasy points this week.
Them Raiders. Yep.
And lastly, bringing up the rear and back in last place after taking an L from the $2.5 million man, his Team GOAT at 1-7. So many points on the bench for Team GOAT. There was Josh Jacobs, 27 points. J.K. Dobbins, 16 points. Khalil Shakir, 21 points. Ramondre Stevenson, 23. Any one of those guys would have made a big difference in his lineup for him this week, but that's just the way it goes sometimes.
You start every week, two of those guys you just named off.
Dobbins. What's that, Dobbins?
Dobbins is every week starter. You play him.
Jacobs,
yeah,
maybe.
Jacobs, if you have him, you play him. Unless you have something crazy like Henry. But hey, that's the way it goes.
Yeah. So that will do it for Cover 2. Going back over to our flagship league, Air It Out.
What a mess. What a jumble this thing is. Yeah. Just like we said at the beginning of the year. It can go anywhere.
It is. I know. Back in first place. Yeah. All the smoke.
Yeah,
blah, blah, blah. No, I can't do my brother like that. Anyway, look at me over here being peppermint petty. But he got the dub this week. He is back in first place. He is the team I said that would win it all. All the smoke. Took down yours truly, the Battle Beast, this week, thanks to an unforgettable Hail Mary from Jaden Daniels this week.
Bounced into a receiver's hand.
He had not thrown a touchdown the entire game, let one fly with just a few seconds left on the clock. That's all she wrote. Yeah, some dum-dum standing in the end zone caught it, and that was it. So I don't know what sort of black magic or dark sorcery they got going on with Jaden Daniels over there, but whatever it is working. He is something different. Rookie of the year for sure. For sure. All right. Second place this week, left-handed Thanos. This was another very close game. Came down to the wire, but he did get the win over Zulu Nation thanks to Sam Darnold. No thanks to Jordan Love, who exited the game early with an groin injury, right? Yep. And taking a tumble down in the third place, yours truly, the Battle Beast, to the aforementioned Hail Mary. Crazy matchup. We battled back and forth all day long, and I ended up losing this one with a very tiny margin, less than 1.71 points down. So sidebar, just like you started out saying, we always say just how competitive this league is, but there were some extremely close games in both leagues this week, actually. So we have 3 matchups that were settled by 2 points or less. That's and just like
2 points is nothing.
2 points is nothing. That could go. That's one catch.
One catch. That's 2 points.
So like we said, $2.5 million man beat Team GOAT by 1.68 points. Left-handed Thanos got Zulu Nation by 2.15 points. I lost all the smoke by less than a point. In the Air It Out League, a jumbled mess, the top 4 teams are all at 5-3, separated by just a few points overall. And then we got 4 teams that are 4-4, separated by just a few points overall. And then a couple teams that are well below the 500 mark. And that is pretty much the same thing in the Cover 2 League, and that's except for our guy Mac Diddy, who's trying to pull away. He's at 6-2 in that league.
Very competitive.
This is shaping up to be quite the fantasy season. It's still anybody's game. Well, anybody that is, except for the Road Warriors. They are still bringing up the rear and in last place, 1-7, in search of that ever elusive second win. But why, oh why, Road Warriors, are you still starting Zach Moss over Bucky Irving and Braylon Allen? I got no idea.
Yeah, no idea. That's super weird.
But you know what? So if you play fantasy long enough, though, you eventually run into a season like the one that he is having. It comes for us all.
Been there.
Well, not me. It comes for you all, not me. That would never happen to me. I would certainly never let that happen. But
last year in our league, I was 1-5.
1-5.
And I ended up at 500, so it's doable. You got to dig yourself out of a hole, but it's not easy. 1-7 though. Yeah, it's time to start thinking about next year.
There is always next year.
Yeah. Oof.
Well, that will do it for our league recap.